It's really humbling, honestly, like to know that we've built something that really means a lot to people. We have people that have traveled as far as Australia to come be a part of the tournament. Obviously, we have Canadians that come down, and then people all the way from the East Coast that come over across to be a part of it. So just creating that space and knowing that we're putting that environment in front of people to be, you know, say, to be seen and to be themselves. There's huge things that come with it. Even if we don't win, there's still a lot of great things that come with it. But I think it would just really underscore the work that we've done over the last 8 years.
This 13-year-old had to have part of her skull removed after an e-bike accident on Christmas Day.
I didn't realize how bad it was until we were in the ambulance.
Her mother, Jade Sharp, said Kennedy crashed without a helmet on.
Obviously, it's Christmas Day. You can't go out and get one. But it was also 50-something, which is abnormal for Christmas, and hated to tell her no.
Kennedy suffered a traumatic brain injury from the accident, spending nearly a month in the hospital.
The surgeon has expressed how many bicycle accidents she's had come through over the years, and Kennedy is lucky, so very lucky.
Kennedy's incident is just one of many serious e-bike crashes happening across the country. Officials are now warning of the dangers e-bikes pose, like in Pennsylvania, where a rider collided with a car earlier this month. Federal data also shows deaths from e-bike crashes in similar vehicles have been on the rise in recent years. While there's some legislation restricting the sales of e-bikes, many people can still buy one capable of going 60 miles per hour.
No pit. Northbound Bethel Burley.
Northbound Virgin Cashmere, slowing down 234.
Good pit, Cashmere.
Good pit, Cashmere, 234.
Show me hands! All right, go ahead and step out of the vehicle, keeping your hands where I can see them. Keep walking back. Coming back. Drop down to your knees. Is there anyone else in the vehicle?
No, sir. I got vehicle.
If you're wondering what you're looking at, you're not alone. It's hard to tell, but that's a poor pony stuck inside a tractor tire. We don't know for certain how it got caught in that painful predicament, but the RSPCA of England and Wales says its best guess is that it went in for a tasty treat and got trapped. The rescue organization says it got a call about the distressed animal in Stoke-on-Trent arriving to find it matted, dirty, and having a hard time breathing. A rescue worker and locals quickly and carefully freed the pony, who, they say, is back on its feet and in good general health.
Here's how to think about those buy now, pay later offers that are everywhere. These loans may not charge interest, but a missed payment could trigger big late fees and a hit to your credit score. Plus, they make it easy to spend more than your budget allows. So they're worth considering if you're confident you can pay on time.
Well, after years on the run, a man accused of a deadly shooting outside a Renton business is back in custody tonight. 25-year-old O'Shea Williams is charged with murder in the 2020 death of 21-year-old Jim Rout. Witnesses told police they saw the gunman fire several shots into a parked car. Investigators identified Williams as a suspect, but say he disappeared before a nationwide extradition warrant was issued in 2023. Renton police say they finally arrested him last night.
This huge building behind me in Des Moines may or may not be demolished soon. For a full century, the Masonic Home of Washington has been one of the most head-turning structures along the Puget Sound shoreline. It's a sprawling landmark rising above Marine View Drive in the city's Zenith neighborhood, visible on clear days from as far away as Tacoma. While a long saga over the future of the property has been drawn out for nearly 2 decades, its fate may finally be sealed. Though a 2-hour hearing in King County Superior Court on Friday, May 22nd, yielded no decision, more information has been requested by the judge from both sides. Those clarifications are due by June 5th. A decision is likely to come down by the middle of June. A community preservation group is seeking to halt a conditional demolition permit already granted to the property's owner and developer, Zenith Properties, LLC. If the judge sides with the city and the developer, little may stand between the building and the wrecking ball. If the judge sides with preservationists, demolition plans are paused and the fight enters a new phase. A surprising factor in the Chronicle is that the Masons of Washington, the fraternal organization that built the massive structure and operated it for nearly 75 years as a retirement home, community meeting hall, and lodge, actually support the demolition. If you have memories of being inside the building, visiting someone who lived here, took care of someone, or attended an event when it was still in operation, reach out to me. I want to hear from you. My email address is at the bottom.
Something that we had been dreading, something that a fear of ours ever since he left.
Foster parents Gary and Magali Lopez are living a nightmare.
And to see his face in the news just shattered our world. It's unbelievable.
These foster parents were horrified when they saw on King 5 their former foster child, Aiden Bevan, was dead. Last week, police found Aiden's body buried in the yard of one of his relatives in Aberdeen.
I just could not have ever imagined anything like that happening to him. I had a lot of dreams. I had envisioned a bright future for him.
The Lopezes fostered Aiden for 2 years, from age 1 to 3.
He was very resilient in that, everything that he had faced, he was just full of joy.
They say when Aiden had visits with his biological parents, they were often worried about his welfare. They say he'd come back to their house dirty. They were concerned he wasn't eating enough and that he was put in dangerous situations.
2 family members told King 5 no one called police when Aiden died. Law enforcement found him buried in the yard after other relatives were worried about his whereabouts. CPS says they can't talk about the case because, Joyce, they say this is an open investigation.
And you mentioned
apartment tenants in Arlington woke up to gunfire and a shelter-in-place alert. Police say a domestic violence call between a father and his adult son escalated into an officer-involved shooting. Investigators say the 28-year-old son, armed with multiple guns, fired at police from inside and outside the apartment unit before police returned fire during a roughly 2-hour-long standoff. At the scene, we saw an armored vehicle, as well as shell casings, and investigators collecting evidence, including a revolver and then multiple paper bags. The 28-year-old was taken to Providence Regional Medical Center in Everett and is expected to survive. No officers or neighbors were hurt. Investigators Saturday were still working to figure out what set off the dispute and which officers opened fire.
What do we do? It was in 24 that I reached out and an organization called Traction helped me.
Quick question for you. Did you make your own latte this morning? Because you can. This morning on King 5, we met a student enrolled in the class called Creating a Company at the UW, and here's what they created. There's not a drop of caffeine in any of Sips Latte Co.'s products. It's an Asian dessert-inspired drink. Founder Mia McDonough explains.
We have no caffeine in any of our products, actually. We use something called ginseng, which has been historically used throughout East Asian medicines. And basically what it does is it's an adaptogen, so it helps fuel your body's energy currency called ATP.
While a coffee shop latte runs $6 to $7, a pouch of Sips Latte, which makes 5 servings, costs $15. That's $3 a cup. It takes 30 seconds to make. You mix 2.5 tablespoons of powder into 8 ounces of milk, hot or cold, dairy or non-dairy. Give it a stir or a froth, and in under 30 seconds, it's ready. McDonough says this is much bigger than a business school project. It's about telling a story, one of heritage and authenticity. For the full story and interview, head to king5.com.
What's up, everybody? I'm driving north to check out Canopy Tours Northwest. It's all about zip lining today, baby. And what a beautiful day it is.
Well, good afternoon, everyone.
Okay, it's time to gear up. I need my helmet. Good?
Who's ready for some zip lining?
You're gonna hold on to that one, and then whenever you're ready.
It's so fun. Once you're done, you're like, wow, that was a lot more fun than scary. It gets your adrenaline up.
All right, go for it.
Go for it. So we're walking to our next zip line.
We have 6 zip lines and 2 trail walks, a suspension bridge.
It's balancing. We got this.
And a final descent.
I get to be outside. I get to be with Mother Nature all day. We get to play around in over 100 acres of woods, which is pretty cool.
To people on the island or my friends in general, I think it's a great way to see what nature has to offer.
The annual Backpack Brigade 5K takes off next Saturday, May 30th at Seward Park in Seattle. Participants help feed King County children who may not have food on the table beyond school-provided meals. Backpack Brigade provides weekend meal bags to more than 5,300 food insecure and homeless students every week in King County. Each bag includes 3 breakfasts, 3 lunches, 3 dinners and 3 snacks, enough food to carry a child from Friday through Monday morning. It serves 107 schools across 5 school districts. All proceeds from the 5K go directly toward purchasing food for weekend meal bags. To sign up or donate, text the word backpack to 206-448-4545.
Raven is the only competitor coming from Washington State going to the National Scripps Spelling Bee. So exciting. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You are going to quiz me on a word that actually tripped you up. Is that right?
Yeah, that is true. So last year in the regional spelling bee, I got out on the word milquetoast. It's the name of a 1930s cartoon character.
I would think it's as easy as this, but it's probably not. Milktoast.
That is how I spelled it in the spelling bee because I didn't know how it would be spelled.
Oh no.
But I did get it wrong.
Okay.
And that is why I got out. It's spelled Milquetoast.
What?
The author made that name, I'm guessing, just so it would be funny, but this word, it became a word in the dictionary, and then it became used in spelling bees. Inevitably, it just became the trip-up word for spelling bees.
Do you have a favorite word before we go?
A favorite word, probably the longest word in the English language because
it's
really long. It is pneumona ultramicroscopic silicovolcanoconiosis, lung disease caused by inhaling fine dust.
Whoa, and you know, we ran out of time, so I can't spell that. I'm so sorry.
And it went like...
A
scary moment here on the White House grounds after members of the White House press corps, we heard shots fired, what appeared to be dozens of shots fired. And right now, Secret Service as well as local law enforcement, they are investigating a shooting that took place near 17th and Pennsylvania, just outside of the White House grounds. And then those reporters were rushed to the press briefing room. That's where we were on lockdown for roughly 40 minutes. A Secret Service spokesperson has confirmed the suspect pulled a weapon from his bag and began firing. Secret Service returned fire, striking the suspect, who is now dead. One bystander was also struck by gunfire. President Donald Trump was here at the White House during the incident. He was not impacted.
Aniela followed the federal government's instructions on how to self-deport by using the U.S. Customs and Border Protection's Home app.
Now my administration is launching the CBP Home app to give people in our country illegally an easy way to leave now and self-deport voluntarily.
Launched in March of last year, the app promises users a free flight and a $2,600 exit bonus.
Pero no están siendo sinceros. Quieren que nos vayamos, pero prometen algo y no lo están cumpliendo. Eso es lo que está pasando.
They had enough money to buy tickets for part of the family, including her 2 youngest children, to fly out of the U.S. Aniela's flight booked through the app was supposed to be the same day. But at the airport, the federal government's program fell apart.
My name is Mandy Horvath. I'm a 7-time world record holder, a public speaker, the first amputee on Naked and Afraid. Today I'm climbing the iconic Space Needle in Seattle, Washington for the Fred Hutchinson Cancer Center and the American Brain Tumor Association in memory of Sean Foley, the former executive producer of Naked and Afraid.
A little overwhelmed, hoping that I don't shoot myself in the figurative foot.
For many years post-limb loss, I really thought that the world had ended for me. Through climbing, I found purpose and meaning in my life. I think it's a little bit of both. I'm always trying to prove something to somebody else and myself. I completed this climb today with my friend Tyler Dean Milligan, who is also a fellow cast member of Naked and Afraid. It's challenging. All in all, it's pretty normal for me. I think it's really special that they allowed for this moment. The Pacific Northwest is known to be prideful in their accessibility for people with disabilities, and I feel like this was a revolutionary moment. That was quite a challenge. I'm out of breath. Pardon me.
She was moving at a really fast pace. I actually had to stop her a few times because she told me to.
I am getting married in June, and I'm hoping that Naked and Afraid gets me a call back so that I can complete 40 days for Foley. Things get hard, you just have to keep going. There's always a light at the end of the tunnel.
It's Josh Naylor, Bobble Night tonight. You know this. But if you're worried about being the first 10,000 fans to get that tonight, and you're a little sad about the fact that the ferry boats are not back yet, those sold out, so you can't get, your chicken tendies in that yet, or the crab nachos, I have something for you. We're walking across the street. Let's do it. Good news, too. It's on clearance.
Okay, the summer is here, and that means we're gonna get a lot of sunny days, and people are gonna wanna go outside to the water, maybe have a wine or 2, or my cameraman 3, right? I have a place just for you.
We are at the Cove, located at the Lake Union Piers. Beautiful location right here on the water. Friendly folks that love wine, and we want to share it with everyone that comes here. We are featuring Pacific Northwest wines. So let's start you off with our Montanore Chardonnay. So this is our 2017 Brut Cuvée.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We'll do the La Seren Syrah. This is from Betts out of Yakima Valley.
Smells good. Hey, they taught me something today. Let's see if I got it.
You can hold it and do it as well, whatever works.
Oh, wow, you're going to the next level. Let me try that. Mine is like all like shaky and hers is like perfect. And it's not just about drinks. You guys have snacks and food as well, right?
We do. Charcuterie boards, flatbreads, our burrata toast is very popular, and a variety of salads.
Can you tell me a little bit about the vibe of this place?
I mean, it's definitely a vibe. That is the #1 word that we hear when people walk in, is that it is vibey. Cheers.
Cheers.
Well, the Cove is only closed on Mondays, so you can enjoy the rest of the days.